Hello, my name is Charles Ardinger, and I'll be working with you in your English 100 class this semester as your instructor. I'm making this video to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about how the class will work as we continue. So to begin, a little about myself. My name again is Charles Ardinger. Hello. I've been working here at Coastline College since 2013, first as a tutor in the Student Success Center, and then as an instructor in the English department teaching pretty much this class. The main thing about me is that I really enjoy thinking about English grammar. I very much like talking about English grammar and, of course, answering questions on that subject. So, if you have any, I hope you won't hesitate to email me and start a discussion. And that's some about me. You'll probably learn more about me as we continue to work together, and I'll learn more about you as I read your writing and talk with you. But I'd like to continue by talking more about the class itself, and specifically about our homepage. So this is the front page or homepage of our class. It is the first page that you'll see as you enter this internet class. And there are some aspects of this class that I would like to show you that knowing about will help you as you continue to work through this class. The first of these aspects appears directly on our front page. As we scroll down, we can see that the front page of this class contains a course summary, which is basically a calendar of the due dates of all the assignments. So just by looking at the front page of this class, you can see pretty much what it is you should be doing at pretty much any point in the semester. This can be really useful to help you manage your time, and that's a skill that really comes into serious importance when you're taking an internet class. A second thing I want to show you happens at the top of this front page, and it is recent announcements. Once or twice every week, I'm going to be making an announcement to the class, and this announcement will concern an issue of grammar or something I see in the class. And the way to read these announcements is to go here to the top of the page, to look at the beginning of the announcement. Here's a title. Here's the beginning of an announcement. And to click on the title. That will take you to the announcement itself that you can read at your convenience. Again, this is something I'll be doing once or twice a week, and although I won't be quizzing you on the information you see in these announcements, it can be very useful to you to look at them so that you can pick up hints or tips that you might not have done ordinarily. So I advise you to read the announcements. Now, the next thing I want to show you is another way that I communicate with you during class, and that is through grades. So you'll be writing paragraphs and essays for assignments, and I will be grading each of these assignments and making comments on them to help you continue to develop your skills. So the way to look at these grades is to go to this link, Grades, and to click on it, and you will see a list of the assignments by their titles. Now you notice, excuse me, the blue dot next to this assignment. That means that it's been done, I've graded it, but the student has not looked at the grade. And it's not a very good grade, 55 out of 100. Not the best. So let's see if we can find out what happened. And to do that, we click on the title of the assignment, and we get a page that looks like this. Notice that it has a box containing a comment. I will make a comment like this on each of your submissions, and what I will do is give some feedback about how I respond to your work as a reader, about what I don't understand and what you could do to maybe help your reader understand more clearly. I'll give you advice that you can use in future submissions. Also, for each assignment, I have a rubric, which you can look at by clicking this link that says Show Rubric. that will show you a chart of the criteria I used in grading the assignment. That is to say, what aspects I judged and how your assignment did on each of these criteria. For instance, the first assignment asks you to use an outline and to show that outline. This assignment does not. So it got 0 out of those 5 points. That damaged this student's score. So to see what you need to emphasize as you're doing an assignment, look at the rubric that you will see under each assignment's instructions. And finally, aside from the rubric, aside from the comments, I also give annotated feedback, which you can see by clicking this link that says View Feedback. What that does is makes a tiny copy of your submitted work, and more than likely what you see on your actual screen will be larger because this video equipment is making me shrink my screen a little bit. But this is the paragraph that you submit, and you'll notice that I can make an annotation, which is kind of like writing on your paper between the typed lines, and I can also make a highlighted annotation. So there's a highlight here, and that leads to a text box, which will contain a more detailed comment. The highlighted annotations are for times when I can't really write well in that space between lines. So there are some ways that you can get feedback from me on your work. That is part of the communicating we'll be doing. We'll communicate through announcements. We'll communicate through feedback like this. And we will also communicate through what I call student visiting time. And student visiting time is something that you'll see here on the home page under this beautiful photograph of me. Student visiting time via CCCD Zoom on Thursdays between 1830 and 2000 or 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific time. This is an opportunity for us to get together informally. It is optional, even though I offer extra credit for these student visits. And the purpose is to converse. We talk about what's going on in class, or if you like, what's going on in your life, or if you like, what's going on in the news. It's an opportunity for us to communicate in a less formal and directly educational way than we do otherwise in the class. To join these student visiting time meetings, one simply clicks the link here at CCCD Zoom to get to a page that looks like this. You'll notice that there is a schedule of upcoming meetings, the first one being on September 1st. That's the first Thursday after the beginning of class. Click Join, and then you'll be in the meeting with me and as many of your classmates as choose to attend. Again, it's optional. Again, extra credit is available. And there's one more thing that I'd like to show you about this class. You've probably noticed, if you've looked at it, that the class is arranged by modules. So there's the course orientation module that you'll look at first. There is module 1, and so on. But at the bottom of this list of modules, after module 7, after module 8, after the final essay and the course feedback, you will find some optional grammar refresher modules. People often have trouble with academic grammar, and because it's one of my favorite subjects, I thought that I would include a way for you to check yourself in grammar issues. So these grammar modules contain lectures about grammar issues and a couple of practice quizzes for you to work on. They're self-answering. So as you work on the quizzes, you can see the answers. You can see my commentary on the answers, and you can use these refresher modules to help you as you think about the way that your sentences look. I've only got 3 of these in place now, but I'm continuing to work on them, and in fact, if you have a suggestion for a grammar subject that you'd like to see, please let me know. and I'll try to make a module about it. And those are some aspects of the class that you're about to start. I would like to end this by saying thank you very much. Thank you for enrolling in the class, because without students there would be no reason for a class to exist. And so I appreciate your helping me to continue to have a job. And I'd also like to hope that you please ask questions as we continue. You have my email address. So I would very much hope that if there's anything that you see that doesn't make sense to you as we continue, that you would ask me a question about it. I don't understand when I'm not making sense until someone tells me, and that's what I'm counting on you for. So thank you for that. And, finally, thank you for your time and attention.